Okay, hello there. Got the rundown today. Woohoo! I believe this is my 14th day, 2 weeks. And it was hard. Okay, so what do you do when it's hard? You recognize, oh, look, it's hard. So I want to give you a technique. First, I want to frame why hard is the way to easy. It may seem obvious to some of you intellectually, but when you're in the midst of something being challenging or hard, we often fog out and go into sort of a blind, confused place around this. So obviously, anything new that you are about to engage in is going to take some time to master, to grow into, to become proficient in. And in order to do that, you have to work through the challenges that arise. For me, it's building my muscle strength, building my cardio, all of that. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be a challenge. If it was easy, I would already be there. By definition, I have to work through what I don't know how to do yet or I'm not capable of, and it makes it challenging. Now, what makes it much easier is your mindset around it, okay? But that's not all there is, because you can have a great mindset around something and still it can be challenging because you don't yet have the outer game skill set or tool. You haven't mastered something. And in order to master something, you have to do it over and over again. And it's going to be a challenge. You can either look at that as hard or struggling or not, but there's still going to be effort there. Okay, so you can change your mindset at the get-go, of course, but you also want to recognize that even if you have a fantastic mindset, there's going to be some outer game growth that's involved, and it's going to seem challenging to you. Okay, so what do you do with this? Okay, well, first you have to recognize that everything you want is on the other side of that comfort zone. Okay, so you have to get uncomfortable. You have to choose the growth, choose the pain. There's always tension in the growth. There's always a little bit of challenge there. That's how you know that you're growing. That's the mindset tip that you want to take away from this video. Okay, you want to crave that tension. That's how you know that you're growing and that you're moving towards your goals. Okay, so how do you do this? First, you recognize that something is causing you to feel like it's hard, a challenge, a struggle. You feel some discomfort, some tension. Great, you're aware of that. Next, you want to ask yourself, is this going to kill me? Is this a life or death situation? Chances are, if it were a life or death situation, you would already be in an automatic, instinctual reaction to it, calling 911, running away, whatever it is, okay? Chances are highly unlikely that you're going to be able to have this kind of conversation with yourself if it's actually a life or death situation. You'd already be in action, okay? But you ask yourself, am I going to die? Chances are the answer is no. I feel uncomfortable. I don't like this. We're trained to move away from pain. And you recognize, oh, I'm trained to move away from pain, but I'm not going to die here. And then you use the concept that this pain is my growth. This is showing me exactly where I need to grow. And then the mantra is, I am someone who moves towards my growth. Which then means you move towards the fear, you move towards the resistance, you move towards the pain. You don't move away from it. You crave it. Okay? You go forward towards it. So that pain, that emotional pain, physical pain, whatever pain, is an indication that you need to move towards it and take the action, right? Rather than away from it. So let's bring this into the concrete with some specifics. So I remember at the beginning of my business career, I had all sorts of visibility issues, right? And I often tell the story of it taking me 4 days to write a newsletter that now would take me 15 minutes, right? But there was a lot of challenge, a lot of emotional pain, a lot of psychological, like, is this right? Is this not right? What am I saying? What am I not saying here? And I had to choose to keep moving towards it. Now, I didn't have the skill set that I have now or this mindset, so it took me a lot longer to do it, right? But I had to move towards it. Let's talk about something else in business. What about something that I train my clients on all the time, which is, reaching out to people, places, services, offices that need their services. And there's a huge amount of resistance that people have towards it, because what if I get rejected? What will they say, right? And I had that too in the beginning. But now you do it enough. You have to go, am I going to die if someone rejects me? It feels painful. The anxiety is coming up. The fear is coming up, right? Am I going to die? I'm not going to die if this person says no. Okay, great. So I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to move towards it, not away from it. Okay, let's bring it to something that's not business, like I know someone in this challenge, Alethea, is doing the no chips thing, right? So what if you're at a party, and there's some people doing bread-free, carb-free, all sorts of health stuff, right? So what if you're in a party and you see the carrot cake, okay? And you want the carrot cake. And you're like in this discomfort of like, I want the carrot cake. No, I shouldn't have the carrot cake. I want the carrot cake. Am I going to die if I don't have the carrot cake? No. This isn't going to cause me to die. Okay? Or maybe we need to take it back a little bit further in that example. Hi, Alethea. I just mentioned you in this Facebook Live. What if we back it up and say, I'm feeling emotional discomfort, and that's what we know. We've done some work with ourselves. That's what we know causes us to go for the carbs or the carrot cake or the sugar or the chips or whatever it is, right? What if you felt that emotional discomfort and you recognized it for what it was, and then you said, you asked the question, am I going to die feeling this? No, actually, I'm not going to die. Is it uncomfortable? Yes. Okay, what if I move towards that, not away from it? Which means evaluating it, being with it, surrendering to it, exploring it, all of that. And that's how you dealt with it, right? So the technique here is we recognize the hard. That's number one, okay? We're feeling something uncomfortable. We're feeling the discomfort. Then we ask ourselves, and again, if you're just dropping in, please listen to the beginning of this as well. Am I going to die from that? Chances are you're not. If you were going to die, if there was a saber-toothed tiger chasing you, you'd be reacting already. Okay? So the answer is no. Okay, I'm going to move towards that pain, not away from it. Okay? I know that my growth, my next level life, my unstoppable life, my extraordinary life doesn't come from my ordinary habits. I need to grow. And there's always tension in the growth. So I choose the hard. I move towards the resistance. I move towards the fear. Okay? So that's what I have for you today. See how you're going to apply it. I gave you a food example. My running example would be, here I am. It's hard. My legs want to quit on me. Oh, am I going to die if I keep running? No, I might go slower, might be hard. Okay, look at that. I'm going to move towards that instead of away from it. And this is how you build your capacity. You don't build your capacity by quitting, by stopping, by looking the other way. Okay? Let me give another business example. So we did the outreach calls, we did the writing the newsletter calls. What about being more visible on social media? It's uncomfortable, the next level. Okay? Like for me, my next level is being on bigger and bigger stages, speaking on other people's stages. And I have to be like, that's painful. I've never done that before. I can feel some stuff coming up. This was about 6 months ago. I could feel some stuff coming up. And I had to be like, actually, this is where I want to go, not where I don't want to go. This is leading the way. I choose that. I want that. Bring it on, if you will. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Post in this thread. And what are you going to say yes to? What's the pain that's right in front of you that's actually leading you to your next level growth, your unstoppable life, right? Okay, rock it out. Be unstoppable. Bye.